God.
We are a science podcast. Did you brush up on any science before coming here?
I don't need to brush up on science, baby.
Perfect.
Yo, he's a really smart guy.
I'm soaking in it. This isn't a science podcast.
It's
Is it?
one-
Oh, yeah.
It's a
I thought he was
science
doing
podcast.
a riff.
Yeah, no.
Kyle-
That's 2028 Best Science Podcast winner right there.
Well, that sounds like the fakest thing
To
you
your
could have
left,
said.
2029. Send it to us in advance.
I mean, what? So this is a riff.
Well, you see the
No,
headphones. so
we're
you know
in
what's
the
going
Can you
on.
do me a
future,
favor and
we're
take
in
your
the-
glasses off when you're riffing?
We're in the future, dude.
I need a sign.
I might turn into Clark Kent here.
No, but I got
That would work for me. You look like a different guy. That would work for me.
The one
Hey,
time I
how's
did,
that?
dude, the one time I didn't have a mustache and I took my glasses off and did an episode, people were like, who is that?
I shouldn't offer it, but there's a power in claiming your biggest weakness.
Mm.
My wife knows this about me. I have no memory for like actresses. I'm really bad at remembering actresses, and I'm really good at remembering. No,
G-spot.
that's actually
Like
not true.
faces or names?
Just the face. Like I'll be like,
Oh.
"What is she in?" And she's like, "She's in The Bourne Identity. You've seen it 1,000 times." And I'm like, "That's a fresh face to
Yeah.
me." like I can't hit save on him. It's because I'm so fidelitous to my wife. Not a word.
Yeah,
I'm so faithful to my wife. I don't even see like
you can't even look at it.
But is that a real word,
movie?
Fidelitas?
No,
Oh, okay.
it sounds
Coming from you, I would believe it.
fidelitas.
Yeah.
Fidelitas. It sounds like something a lawyer would say.
Okay.
Your Honor, my client's fidelitasness.
Yeah.
Fidelitasness. Yeah, I don't. It's haircuts. Women are always changing their hair,
Hmm.
and that's enough to throw me.
Ah.
You change the shape of your hair, you're a new face to me.
A friend of mine sent me a picture of Karuchi. She sent me a picture of a woman with an afro, but the afro was a square. It came out like this,
Mhm.
like this,
I like
and
this.
like this.
I
I'll
like
send
this.
you guys the photo.
And Cubert.
Yeah, well, she.
Jumps.
But I mean, that's what it felt like. And I said to her, I was like, "I dare you," and she was like, "Oh, I would definitely do this." And then I said, "Well, I'm not holding your hand in public. Like I wouldn't." That looked wild.
Yeah, you got to commit to that.
You can't
look.
hold her hand. You need to be another Tetris piece and link with her.
I got to be this piece.
Did you know all
I
the
just-
Tetris pieces are 4 pieces? Or is it 5? It's 4, yeah.
This is what I mean.
This is
You're
what I know.
fucking. You.
They're all 4.
I believe it just because you
Because
said it.
tetra doesn't mean 4.
Tetrahedron. This is
Tetra-
what
Is it tetrahedron
Terrence
4
Howard.
This is what
sides?
Terrence Howard was talking
It's 4
about.
sides.
So it's 4 sides. So that's why it's called Tetris.
Yeah.
It's 4. Every piece in Tetris is 4. I do know a lot of whack shit.
Wow, dude. You're-
It's not that it's whack shit. It's just that because I don't know your history, your background. You know
Yes.
what I mean? I don't know what you went to school for. Talk to me about your background. What are you smart because you read, or were you going into a different field and you were like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna go tell these jokes with these dumb motherfuckers."
I love that question because the answer is really hopeful to people like me who through high school and even a little bit into college felt pretty like below average. And then like later in life, you realize, this sounds like a fucking graduation speech, but it's true. Later in life, when someone reframed, I don't remember, it wasn't maybe one person, it was many people, reframed knowledge as like something kind of sexy, as like shoplifting.
Yeah.
It's like you can get ideas from brilliant people and that will make you interesting and cool and dynamic. Later in life, I got that pilot light lit and I was like, oh, you can just read books? Like when I found out you could read books.
What are you, like a
It took
slave?
you to after high school to realize you could read a book.
Yeah, all you had
They's
to
letting
do-
us read books now.
You check the book out, you make your mark, and then they let you have the. Is that okay? Are we
Yes,
okay
yes,
with that?
yes,
Yes,
yeah,
and
yep, yes.
under the law of yes, and you can say a lot of questionable
Yes,
shit.
Yes.
yes.
Like you could, like a genius talked for hundreds of pages, and you can read it.
Yeah.
And even if you only remember less than 1% of it, you're doing so much better than most people. And then after I got divorced when I was 28, and once I started like dating and kind of trying to better myself and be a more, again, to use the word dynamic person, I saw education for what it is, which is a bank robbery. There's a bank filled with people who live their entire life dedicated to one thing,
Yeah.
and they'll tell you it. And all you need to give them is your time. And then obviously audiobooks helps in a big way. Podcast helps in a big way. But as I've gotten older, I've gotten better at just reading straight up real books.
Yeah, I notice when people have like a major or a PhD in like a very small field,
Yeah,
they will find a way to bring it up in every conversation.
of course. That's all I
Every
got.
conversation. They're like, yeah, I have a PhD in child playground making.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know exactly what
Because
you
they
need
broke
to do.
themselves
Yeah.
for that. And that's all they have. It's how we are, I'm sure with comedy and show business,
Yeah.
those are our metaphors.
It's fair. It's fair. You talk to athletes. They compare
sure.
everything. They equate everything to the athletic process.
That's our greatest sports. I'm not a sports fan, but that's their greatest contribution, I think, is giving us context for emotions and situations that we don't understand.
You know what's interesting is, and this is why I dislike about guys like you. You're tall.
Yeah, I know, and I don't play basketball.
And you don't play basketball.
I'm 6'6". I'm the same height as Michael Jordan, man.
That's fucking crazy.
I can barely touch the what's
net?
the white part? The net.
The white part.
What's the white part?
What's the white part called?
The net.
The net.
The hoop container.
The hoop garnish is what I call the net.
Yeah.
I can get the hoop doily pretty good.